Now to secret files kept on thousands of alleged molesters by the Boy Scouts of America. Records that are now at the center of a $25 million lawsuit tied to sexual abuse. And as NBC's Lee Cowan explains, one former scout says they are proof that the organization could and should have done more to protect boys all across the country.
In court, he's referred to as Jack Doe number 4.
What did you feel? Weird.
Testifying about his time as an 11-year-old Boy Scout back in the early 80s, which he says was anything but a character-building experience.
He grabbed my hand and slid it up his leg into his shorts.
He's talking about his former scout leader, Timmer Dykes, a convicted child molester who admitted to abusing other Boy Scouts in the past.
The Boy Scouts started realizing soon after they were formed in 1910 that they had a problem with guys getting into scouting that should not be working with kids.
Over the years, confidential memos the Boy Scouts of America dubbed the Perversion Files began piling up. Thousands of pages documenting thousands of alleged molesters the organization had hoped to track, to keep out of scouting.
What they were hoping for was what everybody hoped for, especially in the 70s and 80s, which was to get the molester to go away and hope nobody talks about it.
Boy Scouting is one of the few institutions to balance the rather softening effect of our modern way of life.
The Boy Scouts of America turned 100 this year, and since its inception has been known for teaching young boys to always be prepared. But for victims of abuse like Paul Livingston, molested by a Catholic priest, secrecy is no badge of honor.
When you hide files, you protect perpetrators, you're as guilty as the rest. It shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be a practice in any large corporation.
The Boy Scouts of America are fighting the $14 million lawsuit, but a spokesman says he couldn't comment because the case is ongoing. Still, in a videotaped statement, he insists that parents should not call the organization's integrity into question.
I do want to assure you that the safety of our youth members is our highest priority.
But with so many pages detailing so much perversion, as it calls it, the Boy Scouts of America may have to convince a jury that it didn't know the extent of the problem. For today, Lee Cowan, NBC News, Los Angeles.